Get Muhammad Mokaev back in the UFC immediately. Manel Kape has just won on the weekend in a dominant display against Almabayev. And Almabayev is so good. I done a video yesterday about how good of a victory that actually is. Almabayev hasn't lost in 17 fights. And Manel Kape schooled him, absolutely schooled him, couldn't get close to him. And Silva in his previous fight, he destroyed him, absolutely destroyed him. But then if you look at the fight before that, Muhammad Mokaev beat him. And now Muhammad Mokaev's out of the UFC. Dana White and whoever else in the UFC, they need to swallow their pride and bring Muhammad Mokaev back in the UFC. We need new faces in the flyweight division. Pantoja is almost about to lap everyone in the flyweight division. I reckon he's going to fight Kai Kara-France. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but I reckon that's the fight they're going to make. And he's already beat him. He's already beat Brendan Moreno. He's already beat Brandon Royval. He's already beat Manel Kape, who people are now saying should get a title shot, should get a title elimination fight. Who hasn't he beat? Muhammad Mokaev. The UFC kicked Mokaev out when he was 6-0 in the UFC, 12-0, 23 years old. And that just shows the power the UFC have and how big of an organisation it is, that they can throw out, I'd arguably say, the biggest prospect in the whole of the UFC. It was either him or Umar Nurmagomedov at the time when he got kicked out. And the fact they can kick him out, I understand that loads of stuff happened and there was a big issue and they don't like working with him. But other fighters have done so much bad stuff as well. Like, we're acting like Mokaev's the first person to ever do something bad outside of the octagon. Like, the UFC need to swallow their pride, swallow their ego and bring him back. They've just brought Kaya Sakura in from a complete different organisation because they're that stuck on who can fight Pantoja, and Pantoja destroyed them in the grappling. Destroyed him in the fight really, but destroyed him in the grappling. And I love watching Kai Sakura's fights, but Pantoja walked for him. Obviously Kai Sakura hit him with that knee, but that's it really. And we need to bring Muhammad Mokaev back. The grappling is where Pantoja is at. And in my opinion, Muhammad Mokaev, even with Pantoja in the division, has the best grappling in the whole of the flyweight division. The best grappling. If you watch his fights, the level of his grappling is insane. The little peek out against Tim Elliott and then goes and subs him. Tim Elliott's a high level grappler. This isn't even really grappling, but the defense to the knee bar against Filio, like, that just shows the heart he's got. And I think the flyweight division is at a really good stage at the moment. They've got loads of really good fighters, but it's just that the actual champion is so dominant. They need new faces to fight Pantoja. I'm looking online, no one wants to see Kai Kara-France against Pantoja. No one wants to see that. The reason I think they had so much hype around Kaya Sakura versus Pantoja, because it was someone new fighting Pantoja. Don't get me wrong, Manel Kape, his grappling defense is amazing. Muhammad Mokaev still took him down. That shows how good Muhammad Mokaev is. And the biggest thing that I took away from this weekend is Almabayev, even before the eye pokes, Almabayev is such a good fighter, but he couldn't get close to Manel Kape in the striking. Couldn't get close to him, couldn't land anything significant against him. Silva as well, the fight before, he didn't really land anything on Manel Kape. Muhammad Mokaev, he was landing head kicks, spinning wheel kicks, body kicks. His striking, I know his grappling's amazing, but his striking's got so good now as well. Like, his kicks are amazing. And obviously he's got a huge profile, millions of followers on Instagram, and probably him, Muhammad Mokaev and Kaya Sakura, the two biggest names, personality and social profile wise in the flyweight division. Like, Pantoja isn't really a big name. After his last win, I think people realised how good he actually was, and he got a bit more of a following, a bit more of a liking, and now the hardcore fans love him, where I feel like even the hardcore fans weren't rating him enough. So even like that from the UFC, the UFC's mindset of like marketing people like Mokaev, anyone from Dagestan, it's so easy to market them because most of the time they're amazing. They're basically undefeated, or they've lost like 2 fights, and they've got a good personality where like they're loud, they like to do stuff with the fans, and I just think the UFC need to bring Mokaev back. And even, like, I understand they don't like him, so even if they brought him back, they wouldn't just do what they done with Kaya Sakura, where they just put him in a title fight straight away. I understand that. But then, like, if you look through the division, who's Kaya Sakura going to fight next? Perfect fight, it'd be Muhammad Mokaev. Because what they can't have is Kaya Sakura lose to a nobody. Not even a nobody, as in, like, nobody that, like, everyone knows. Like, if Kaya Sakura loses to, say, I know, like Silva, who Manel Kape just fought, Kaya Sakura is a huge name. Put him against another huge name, Mokaev. What a fight that'd be. And then if Mokaev wins, then he can fight Pantoja. Even put, like, I seen MMA Guru say this, if Manel Kape wins the belt, they cannot have Manel Kape's recent loss to be Muhammad Mokaev, who they kicked out the UFC after beating Manel Kape. They can't have that. That'd be an awful look for the UFC. So I think when we look at the division, I think Kaya Sakura vs Muhammad Mokaev would be the perfect fight. Unless they want to do maybe Tatsuro Taira vs Kaya Sakura maybe in Japan, that would be really fun. But then Mokaev could fight maybe the winner of Brandon Moreno vs Steve Ercik, who's coming up soon in Mexico. That'd be another good fight, and then he fights, whoever wins that can then fight for the belt, because even if Mokaev doesn't win that, then whoever wins out of Moreno and Ercik can then fight for the belt. So I just think it's really the right time, the logical time to bring Muhammad Mokaev back. No one, as much as, like, fair play to Brave for getting him, but no one wants to see him fighting Brave. I don't even know the last fella he fought name, but I know he won in the first round, destroyed his opponent. So get him in the UFC immediately, and let me know what you think. Do you think he should bring Muhammad Mokaev back? And do you think they will bring him back too? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you later.